Trust me, this is nothing like you've ever seen. Watch these individuals who might have been termed normal if they were on their own, suddenly become weird as soon as they get joined to their significant other. They are not necessarily weird, their union is. Watch on as we walk you through 15 cases of the universe's strangest couples. 15. A 27-year-old man and his video game. People fall in love in mysterious ways, and so it's not so much of a surprise that a 27-year-old man from Tokyo married Nene Anagasaki, a computer avatar. Nene Anagasaki is a witty, doe-eyed beauty. She looks perfectly perky in sexy skirts, doesn't quarrel, and is always at the beck and call of her husband. In case you're wondering, of all people, why her? The groom, Sal 9000, said, "Her character changes to my liking as we talk and travel to different places." To Sal 9000, it doesn't matter that she is a video game character in the Nintendo DS game called Love Plus. To him, she's his dream woman. Japan's internet community has witnessed relationships and marriages to avatars, though it's typically been within the confines of the virtual world. Last month, Sal decided to be the first human-to-avatar union. Clad in a white tux, Sal married Nene in front of some friends and web users who watched the ceremony live online. Over to our next couple. 14. The Peraltas. Meet the Peralta. Aged 52, Victor Hugo Peralta is an Uruguayan who lives in Argentina. He made headlines for getting the number 666 inches into his scalp, as well as for getting 400 pounds metal horns implanted beneath the skin on his head. Unlike poles attract, that's the norm, right? But the case seems to be different for this couple. Meet Gabriela Peralta, Victor's wife, who very much looks like her husband. The body modification-obsessed couple have revealed their latest achievement, holding the Guinness World Record for most body modifications as a married couple for nearly 10 years. We're guessing this was a dream come true for him, because at age 13, he recalls getting his first inking with the word F***K across the fingers on his left hand, and since then, he's continued with his obsession, claiming over 95% of his body is inked. Victor hopes to emulate a demon with his modifications, and while not everyone agrees with his journey, there's one lady who has supported him every step of the way, and that's his wife. They have a whopping 91 tattoos between them. 13. Paolo and Katiucia. You can already tell that these guys made it to the list because they are undoubtedly the world's shortest couple. Paulo Gabriel da Silva Barros and Katiucia Hoshino were officially crowned the world's shortest couple in London. The duo both hails from Brazil and have been verified at a combined height of 181.41 centimeters, 71.42 in, becoming world record holders of the shortest married couple. The couple, who were measured by the officials of Guinness World Records in central London, had their record verified and confirmed at the GWR St Thomas's Hospital in central London. Paula and Katiucia first met in 2006 through a social media platform called Orkut. According to Paula, she turned down his advances at first. Eventually, he won her heart, and they tied the knot in front of family and friends in Brazil. 12. Polyandrous Maria. It's common to see a man married to more than one woman. Now flip the coin. Imagine a woman marrying more than one man. Well, meet Polyandrous Maria, married to Paul and Peter. How ironic. Maria says her husbands get along just fine and they love her too. But I'm curious though, how are their roles in the other room regulated? Is there some sort of schedule? 11. Kyle Jones and Marjorie Mall. Here is Kyle Jones, a 31-year-old call center worker from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who has a girlfriend 3 times his age. Is the term girlfriend even appropriate in this context? Everyone's brain is wired differently. Some guys prefer blondes, some brunettes, some like other guys. I like old ladies, Jones revealed about his 91-year-old lover, Marjorie McCool. The couple met in a bookstore in 2009, and Jones asked McCool for her number. At the time, she'd been single for 37 years after separating from her ex-husband, with whom she had 6 children. Her sons, aged 71, 63, 61, 52 and 50, say they are not bothered by her casual relationship, calling it her business. The couple says their age difference doesn't matter in the bedroom. The physical side of our relationship is wonderful. I amaze myself. He amazes me. There's nothing better, McCool says. They dated until Marjorie's passing in 2016. Kyle has continued to date women at least 50 years old. Shouldn't a term be given to this? Heck! There's got to be a name for his attraction to older people. 10. Amanda and her dog. Was it its paws? Or the amazing manner in which the dog barked? I know you're probably wondering too why Amanda popped the big question to her dog. Recalling the proposal, Amanda reminisced about the joyous moment when Sheba wagged her tail in approval, accepting her heartfelt proposal. For Amanda, Sheba had been a loyal companion, offering solace and laughter in times of distress. I'd dreamed of a perfect wedding dress since I was small, so I made it myself for the ceremony. The day was wonderful. The craziest part is that about 200 guests were in attendance. Bloody hell! 9. Nick and Katie Goodwin. This one ends on a sad note. A great part of me wishes they never made it to this list because all I see here is love, nothing but love at its purest. A 21-year-old Katie, who was diagnosed with cancer, married her high school sweetheart Nick. Katie's story is pretty pathetic. Her wedding dress had to be continuously altered due to her constant weight loss. And how loving was her husband to get a night job so he could be with her all day. 5 days after they got married, she passed. 8. Annalisa and David Hackelman. Annalisa and David Hackelman are here to prove that love is powerful and can be found regardless of the situation. Annalisa Hackelman from California was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome when she was 13. This hormonal disorder increases the amount of hair on her face and body. Annalisa started growing out her beard and finally came to terms with her facial hair. The couple met thanks to Annalisa's art, which is her photography. After David saw some of Annalisa's photos on a friend's Facebook page and was blown away, they hit it off immediately. 8 years into their relationship, she and David will soon mark 5 years of marriage. She has spoken candidly on television about her difficulties finding love and managing her facial hair. David is supportive and accepting of my facial hair, she said. I've always known, but now I'm convinced that love really conquers all. 7. Anton Kraft and China Bell. Anton Kraft and his girlfriend China Bell are proof that size really doesn't matter when it comes to love. In fact, the 4'4" in bodybuilder has a strict rule of only dating women who are over a foot taller than him. His girlfriend, transgender woman China Bell, more than fits the bill, standing at a goddess-like 6'3" in. Although 43-year-old China admits she had her doubts at first, she was soon won over by her buff bodybuilder. And the Florida pair are now totally loved up. Talking about their relationship, China said, "I've never dated a 4'4" guy and I was just so curious. I'm glad I gave him a chance because he's an amazing person." The feeling is mutual with 52-year-old Anton. To him, he feels like the luckiest man in the world. He's certainly one of the strongest. He says he's the only guy in the world who has ever bench pressed 4 times his own body weight. Anton has been power training for 10 years. But, perhaps unsurprisingly, doctors have warned he might be pushing his body too far. He claims he's technically died 5 times before being resuscitated and says he once fell out of a window. However, despite all his accomplishments in the world of weightlifting, he reckons his biggest achievement has been sweeping China off her feet. And he adds, "I may also go down on one knee and ask for China's hand, because I think her name would look so good with my last name." Oh well. How has this ride been thus far? Enjoying it every step of the way? There's more from where this came from. Let's head over to our next weird couple. 6. Man and Pillow. In 2010, a Korean man married his dakimakura, which translates to a large body pillow. Lee Jin-gyu held a commitment ceremony with the object which boasts the mage of his favorite anime character, Fate Testarossa. At the nuptials, a close friend revealed, "He is completely obsessed with this pillow and takes it everywhere. They go out to the park or the fun fair where it will go on all the rides with him. Then, when he goes out to eat, he takes it with him, and it gets its own seat and its own meal." Jin-gyu dressed the pillow in a gown for the ceremony, which was performed by a local priest. I'd give anything in the world to know what the priest's reaction was. 5. Woman married to a roller coaster. Amy Wolf, a US church organist who claims to have a strange condition that makes people attracted to inanimate objects, plans to marry a magic carpet fairground ride. Amy Wolf will change her surname to Weber, after the manufacturer's name. This follows a courtship of 3,000 rides over 10 years with the 80-feet gondola ride called 1001 Nachts. According to reports, she travels 160 miles to visit 10 times per year. "I love him as much as women love their husbands and know we'll be together forever," she said. Miss Wolf first fell for the ride when she was 13. "I was instantly attracted to him sexually and mentally. I wasn't freaked out as it just felt so natural, but I didn't tell anyone about it because I knew it wasn't normal to have feelings for a fairground ride." 10 years later, she decided to go back to Noble's amusement park to declare her love. She now sleeps with a picture of the ride on her ceiling and carries its spare nuts and bolts around to feel closer to it. She claims to believe they share a fulfilling physical and spiritual relationship and does not get jealous when other people ride it. Although she faces discrimination from employers, most of her family and friends have been supportive. "I'm not hurting anyone and I can't help it," she said. "It's a part of who I am." It's a crazy world and we all live in it. 4. Yu Zhenhuan and his girlfriend. Meet the world's hairiest man, Yu Zhenhuan, who is set to get married real soon. Yu, a villager from Liaoning, has about 96% of his body covered with hair. When he was 7, he appeared in several movies. When he was 17, he became fascinated by rock music and went on to become a successful musician. Now he is 30. "Because my body is almost completely covered with hair, my parents used to fear that I couldn't find a girl to marry me," he said. His fiancée is his second girlfriend. He met her 3 years ago. He also revealed that they were preparing to hold the wedding soon. "We first met on the internet, and we will make an online announcement when we hold our wedding," he said. It's even more interesting to see that his girlfriend is such an adorable young lady. Lovely, I must say. 3. Zi Tianrong and Mochi. A loved-up man has become engaged to a sex doll because he says she is so much easier to date than a real woman. Zi Tianrong, who lives with his parents in Hong Kong, has even lavished expensive gifts on his new fiancée, including an iPhone 12. The 36-year-old became betrothed to cut-price Mochi in a ceremony attended by friends and family. However, he claims he has never violated his fiancée and will not even kiss her over fears he will damage her sensitive skin. After taking delivery of the doll from mainland China in late 2019, Zi revealed he has devoted all of his time and attention to his new love. Zi said he first learned he was attracted to dolls 10 years ago when he spotted one in a store in Hong Kong's retail district. Zi is head over heels in love with his doll of a future wife. We see this in how they spend all the time together, movie dates, lunch dates, long strolls, picnics and the rest. You're sure to spot them both. 2. Harry and Pepper. You thought this was only about humans and maybe objects? Well, you're in for a shocker. Check this out. Harry and Pepper, a pair of 2 male Magellanic penguins, started nesting together in 2003 and incubated an egg they found. Their relationship lasted for 6 years. However, zookeepers confirmed that there was a split between the couples, and it was because of a female penguin named Linda. Linda and Harry became friendly shortly after her long-term partner Fig passed away in the winter. Within a week of Fig's passing, Harry was spotted in Linda's burrow. Harry and Pepper had a violent confrontation, and zookeepers removed Pepper from the penguin colony. He was then reinstated, but zookeepers said they were concerned the upcoming penguin molting season could have caused upheaval among the penguin couples. They even mentioned that it's not the first time Linda had been involved in such a triangle. Several years ago, she left her longtime partner and moved in with Fig shortly after his partner passed away. I think it's safe to say Linda is looked for companionship the best way she could. And finally, 1. Woman and Dolphin. Sharon Tendler met Cindy 15 years ago. She said it was love at first sight. She finally took the plunge and proposed. The lucky guy plunged right back. In a modest ceremony at Dolphin Reef in the southern Israeli port of Eilat, Tendler, a 41-year-old British citizen, apparently became the world's first person to marry a dolphin. Dressed in a white dress, a veil and pink flowers in her hair, Tendler got down on one knee on the dock and gave Cindy a kiss and a piece of herring. "It's not a perverted thing. I do love this dolphin. He's the love of my life," she said upon her return to London. Tendler, who said she imports clothes and promotes rock bands in England, has visited Israel several times a year since first meeting the dolphin. When asked in the past if she had a boyfriend, she would always reply, "No, I'm going to end up with Cindy." While she acknowledged the wedding had no legal bearing, she did say it reflected her deep feelings toward the bottlenose, 35-year-old object of her affection. "It's not a bad thing. It's just something that we did because I love him, but not in the way that you love a man. It's just a pure love that I have for this animal," she said. What word accurately describes all these couples? Strange? Weird? Funny? Insane? You'd agree with me that most fit all these descriptions. That's that for today, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you in our next video. Bye for now.